in the shame. You've got no one but yourself to blame. You thought no one was watching, but I'm right here.
Hello, and welcome to Not My Proudest Moment. This is Matthew Maloney speaking for the first time at the top of the show, and we got constant co-host Dacoda Miracle right here.
What's up?
And then we also have some guests with us today. We have the lovely Micheal Morocco.
Heyo.
And Owsencio.
Hello.
Is with us, and they're going to be telling us some stories. But before they do, Dacoda and I have something to share because sometimes we just have experiences where we embarrass each other in real life. And recently...
All the time.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
But I wanted to go over one real quick because I kind of fumbled.
You fumbled?
I fumbled up a bit. So we have this... We have this betting game that we like to play.
Yeah.
And
what are the odds?
yeah. And recently, Dacoda lost one, and the dare he had to do was to get a girl's number at a bar.
Very true.
And do you want to?
Which I'm not good at.
No, that's fine. But it's a fun thing to do. Is like to make a friend do. Is like the dare was he had to sit at the bar until he got a girl's number. So do you? And I was there, and you can take it away from there.
So we went to a bar on a Monday night, which is not a popular night for bars, and everyone that's there is either in a big group where they're in a group of everyone's partnered off. Like if there's 6 people, there's a guy to every girl, and then. There's people on first dates, Monday night, casual drinking. But there was this one girl there that works at the bar that I've known because I do the comedy shows there. And also, it's like I talked to her. So I was like, oh, she'll be an easy number to get. And it won't be weird. It won't be awkward. It won't be like I'm hitting on her, everything. So I talked to her early on, and I get her Instagram. I'm like, hey, did I get your Instagram before? And she's like, oh, no. And here's my Instagram. And then I'm talking to Izzy, another fellow local comedian. And as I'm talking to him, Matthew comes up.
Well, this whole time while you were doing this, I was playing pool. I want that.
He was playing pool. But the girl that I was clearly talking to, trying to, kind of ease in. My strategy was to ease into getting the number. It wasn't just walk up hey, what's your number, bitch? I wasn't slapping it on her. So anyway, I'm talking to Izzy. I'm like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And then Matthew comes up from playing pool. And the girl that was the server was right behind us. And Matthew goes, hey, did you get a girl's number yet? Wow. And she was right there. Literally, right behind me. She could have, if she sneezed, we'd all be sick. We're that close.
I'll never forget the look you gave me.
And I looked at Matthew are you fucking kidding me? I can't, because as soon as he said that, if I asked her, if I leaned back and was like, hey, what's your number? She'd be like, oh, this is a bet thing. Because anytime you lose a bet and you have to do something, especially ask for a girl's number, you don't want to be like, hey, what's your number? And then it's oh, I lost a bet, so I have to ask for your number. It's never a good thing.
It's never, and it was so funny. I was clueless to them. I wasn't trying to fuck him up. I just didn't. I wasn't in on what was happening. I just remembered. Oh, that's right. He owes us a bet. I got to check to see if he's done this yet because I've been busy fucking owning at pool. But I remember.
I was so pissed off.
I remember she smiled when she heard me say it, and she not a happy smile, and she said to him good luck.
Wow. I didn't hear that.
Whoops.
I was so furious.
Yeah.
It was my turn to shoot the pool, and Matthew was like, shoot the pool. And I was shooting the pool.
Yeah.
And Matthew was like, so did you get a girl's number? Or, I'm like, no, Matthew. And he's like, well, are you mad at me? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, why? Why are you mad? I'm
so
like,
confused.
I'll talk to you after, Matthew.
Yeah. But when people are mad with me, I want to know now.
No, I know, but I couldn't talk because she was right there.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I get you. So yeah, sometimes I'm socially unaware. I want to just mention this real quick thing, and then we'll get to our fucking guests. We have great guests on. They're super funny guys, and we've been.
But we're narcissists.
Finally, the planets aligned, and we were able to get them. But check this out, guys. So, not technically an embarrassing story, but it's super fucking weird. My brother works security for schools, and he's kind of like a temp, or he goes from school to he doesn't have one specific school, and he was working this elementary school, and teacher just asked him, oh hey, how are you, haven't seen you around here, asked for his name, and he said, oh, it's Mark Maloney, and he's like, oh, you're what's your name's uncle, and my brother isn't an uncle, and so he goes, no, and it's like yeah, right, that's your niece right over there, and she's like, no, I don't have a niece, and he's like, you're Mark Maloney, right? It's like, yeah. Your brother's Matthew Maloney? He's like, yeah, like that's your fucking niece. And it finally came to like realization that they're like in this like area that we live in, there is another set of brothers with our same first and last names.
Way.
Like so close to us.
There's a Matthew and Mark
Like
Maloney?
it's not odd at all for someone to have your exact same first and last name. That's super common. Yeah, whatever. But
miracle.
But like Matthew Maloney's a common name. Matthew, like there's tons of Matthews. Maloney.
I didn't know Maloney was a common name.
It's not the most common, but it's a very Irish name. Anyway, I'm not that Irish. Not that you're allowed to be Irish people. It's fine. But isn't that crazy? Like that close to me, that there's someone with my name and he has a brother with my brother's name.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just a weird small world. Will someone fucking say something?
Yeah. Social Security is going to be a pain in the ass if it exists still in your day.
Does anyone have a name fucking doppelganger out there?
I mean, my name is Michael, so I mean, like, everybody's first name is pretty much Michael.
Yeah.
Can I get you to pull that a little closer?
Sorry, I forgot
That's good. Yeah.
God damn it,
I
Michael.
pushed it away because I didn't want people to hear me breathing.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, can you guys hear me breathing?
I hope
Is that
you're
a thing?
breathing.
That can all be edited out.
We actually we put the mic close to
This is our first time using some new equipment, first of all.
we put the mic close to Matthew just to make sure he's breathing. So so please, we want to hear you breathing.
And that's why we have these filters, too.
I actually I googled my name recently, and apparently there's a Micheal Morocco who's a doctor in like Minnesota. So he's pretty popular.
Fuck that overachiever.
That's what I'm saying. I was in an article for comedy once. That was pretty cool.
Exactly.
So is the doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Turns out he's funny.
Yeah, you can't even see me
Yeah.
when you Google my name. It's just doctor.
Well, for the longest time, whenever I Googled, not that I Googled my name, but
Everyone has.
Well, you just said you did for a long time.
well, no.
You kept doing your name.
People would Google me for whatever reason,
Yeah,
and they're
people-
like, "Hey, this bison keeps popping up." There apparently in like North Dakota or South Dakota, there's a bison, like a miracle bison. So whenever you type in Dakota Miracle, it's like the Dakota bison shows up. But now, right under the bison, it shows up Dakota Miracle Comedy.
Wow.
So yeah, I still haven't beaten out the bison, but
Do you think you'll ever like have a edge over the in the comedy world over the bison
I think I'll have
crowd?
some beef with the bison. Yeah, no, I don't know. Hopefully the fucker dies.
Does it take some horns? Who knows?
Well, enough
Yeah.
with the chit chat.
Yeah. Anyways,
We got some guests here.
we have some
Michael,
beautiful guests. Beautiful guests.
why don't you tell us a little something about yourself, and then follow that up with an embarrassing story?
Oh man,
Where are you from, Michael?
I'm from Balboa, California, in sunny San Diego.
Wow. My first dog's name was Balboa. By the way, I think I told you this on our drive up to Hollister.
Yeah, that was a good
But,
time.
Yeah.
Man, it's so weird being on the podcast.
Did you say your favorite dog?
No, my first dog.
Oh, your first dog.
No, he was
Okay.
definitely far from my favorite.
It was just the first. It's like
Just the
sex.
first. Yeah. First.
Yeah, but it's really weird being on the podcast because you guys have had like 8 episodes out, I think.
Yeah.
And I've listened to them all, and then like listening to it through the headphones, it's like I feel like I'm in my car driving, listening to the podcast, but then everything I say is being recorded and I'll be listening to it in my car.
Oh no, this
Like
is
next
just an
week.
illusion.
Yeah. Why don't you give a quick little message to yourself?
Hey, Michael,
Future
drive
Michael.
safely. If you don't drive safely, you might die. Get that weed to people on time, because that's your job.
Okay.
A fun little message to myself in the future. But the whole reason why I'm here is to give you guys embarrassing stories. And, I got a list of them right here.
Yeah.
And,
that's good.
I'm gonna pick one, and I'll go with the one at the top. I used to live in Escondido, California, and I was in high school, and the only way I can smoke weed is if I left the house. My dad would know. And so
Your dad would know when you smoke weed.
exactly, he would smell me, and
Yeah.
like he would understand, like, hey, you're going outside, you're smoking weed. So I would have to go further away. So behind my house is like the animal rescue league, and then behind that is all these lakes and hiking trails. So I would go up these hiking trails, and I would find this little grove that I can go into, and I could smoke weed. And I would pop in, I'd do my business, and like nobody was ever on these trails. And if I went in through the back, it was safe to go. And one time I was like, I'm just gonna pop out a separate way, a different way. And I tried to squeeze out through these bushes, and I fell, and like I fell onto the trail, and I tumbled down, and I fall like a good 10 feet down this hillside.
You were a real trail mix by the time you got down the hill.
That's true, and I
Yeah.
also had tons of trail mix in my backpack.
Oh,
because-
for real?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm all about my mixes.
Oh, yeah.
You got your M&Ms, your peanuts, your cashews, your almonds, and your raisins.
Yeah,
your
there
classic
you go.
five.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's the bee's knees.
Gotcha.
But I fall out, and I'm wearing basketball shorts, and they're essentially at this point a thong on me. Like I had
Okay.
fallen down, and I had rolled, and I was like, holy shit! I had all this sand in my crotch. I hadn't seen anybody on the trail for a good 20, 30 minutes.
I know where
So
this is
I was
going.
like, yeah, there's you can everybody sees where it's going. So I go, fuck it.
For the record, I don't consider myself a gullible type. I don't know. I have no idea where this is going.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
At least somebody's gonna be surprised.
Yeah.
So I essentially I'm
I
like,
also
all right,
haven't been listening, but I'm excited now.
Yeah. Okay.
sweet. So essentially, my basketball shorts and my boxers are a thong at this point. And I go, all right, like nobody's been on this trail. I'm just going to drop trowel right now, get all the dirt out of my crotch, out of my boxers, and it's gonna be good to go. So I'm Daphne Duck in it or Winnie the Pooh in it. I know you guys have
Like
this-
without
He's
underwear?
not wearing
Yeah.
pants.
Yeah, I have no pants on. You can see my ass, you can see my dick and balls.
But her shirt's still covering the chest.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're covering
I
the
got my
important
backpack
parts.
on. Well, because the sand wasn't in my shirt. It was all
No,
in my
yeah.
boxers, and,
Yeah.
and it was very uncomfortable. So I was
You're
like, fuck
covering
it.
the money makers, is what you're. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're walking like this through the woods
No, I'm
on your way to grandma's house.
exactly with my basket and my little red hood.
Yeah.
No, I'm not walking. I'm standing on the corner of this trail,
Yeah.
overlooking the valley, and I'm fanning out my boxers and my basketball shorts.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right, and I go to put them back on, and all I hear is.
Oh,
And it
like
sa-
someone's taking a picture? Or
No, it sounds like bikes. And I go, what the fuck? And I turn around, and there's these two bikers just hauling ass down the trail. And the way the trail goes, I guess you guys can't see visually on the podcast, but I'm standing on a corner, and it comes behind me, loops around,
Yeah.
and then on the next side, you can look back, and you can see me overlooking them the way it curves around.
Oh no, we're glad you took off your pants for this.
So these bikers, they come up behind me, and so all they see is straight bare ass. And I'm in high school, I'm weighing about 320 pounds. Standing.
Jesus Christ, were you 320?
Yeah, I was 320 at my biggest.
How tall
standing
are you?
5'10" and a half.
So, quick question: when you say bikers, are they bikers or like cyclists?
Like cyclists. I'm on a mountain.
Bikers like hey, or bikers like hey. Like what kind of bikers?
They're more like hey.
Okay, we got it.
And
We got it.
Yeah, I'm on a mountainside, so they're mountain bikers, and they're coming down this trail,
Uh-huh.
and they just see me standing on the side of this like mountainside, like banding off my shorts,
Yeah.
trying to put them back
And
on.
they got excited.
Or
They got a
lure them
little
in.
excited, and they go around the curve, and I just see both of their faces look back at me with like GoPros on their helmet, and they're like super confused,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
No,
And
I
just
I
keep
saw
standing-
that porn. I looked it up.
All right, cool. Because like I know for a fact there's footage of like my dick and balls somewhere on the internet from these two cyclists.
Wow. Crazy.
It was a little embarrassing. When I say it out loud and I have you guys hear, it doesn't feel so embarrassing.
Well, that's what the podcast is.
We're
for.
here to make you feel comfortable.
I'm very comfortable, you know.
See, a not so proud moment is like if you're like, oh, no one's there, and I've been horny, so I just jacked off.
Is that where you thought it was going?
No, it's not. I thought like someone's gonna walk in on him, like fanning out his underwear, but
And that's exactly what happened.
I know.
Yep.
No, I called it. Yeah, no, I
Like Old Glory.
I felt confident in my prediction, but a not so proud moment is like, yeah, I was on this hill overlooking the valley. It was so beautiful, and I was thinking about this one chick I've been banging, and I just jerked off in front of the valley, and then someone walked in. Like that's what I was thinking.
I was rock hard for sure. Feeling the nature breeze on my bare body.
There's
I was
something
kind of
about
like,
that.
holy shit, like this is magical. This is majestic. And then these bikers came and ruined it.
It feels natural. Like, have you ever taken a shit in the woods?
I have actually.
Have
yeah.
you really? Okay, what
Yeah.
was that experience?
It was
Were you
okay.
camping?
No, I was on the riverside with
Down on the river.
yeah, my uncle had taken me and my family out on the river with his boat, and we had pulled over, which is weird to pull over with a boat. So you dock yourself on the side of the river bank, and I was like, I really have to poop, and he was like, all right, you can go into the river, or you can go into the mountainside right there.
You could pollute the river, or you can just
Pollute the mountainside.
or just plant
Either-
a tree.
Yeah.
Like you just fertilize a bush. Yeah.
Just
So I was like,
slide out there as you take a
okay, there's
shit.
tons.
Yeah.
I was like, there's tons of people on the riverside, so or in the river. So I just went into the woods and I just popped a squat right there. I took a shit and then I walked into the river and wiped my ass.
The biggest problem with shitting in the woods is when you take your pants down, if you squat, like your pants are right below the it's in the target zone, so you're gonna shit right into your pants, So it's like, did you squat on a hill? Did you squat like when I've shit in the woods? Because I grew up hunting, I grew up like
In Hollister.
in Hollister, private land hunting and whatnot. I would put my back on a tree and shit that way because your legs are in front of you, and when you shit, it goes straight down and not into your pants,
In your back pocket.
in your back. Yeah, you're not.
That sounds like proper technique.
Yes.
What I did is I dropped trow and it was around my ankles, and I realized like that's not functional.
It's not. No.
So I took one leg out and I wrapped my pant. One of my legs was around my ankle, and the other leg of my pants was on my knee.
Okay.
Of the same leg. And so, like, I just kind of, I took one ankle out, wrapped the other one around my knee. Not the ankle, but the short.
So you got real creative.
I got really creative.
If you're just pulling it down, if you're just pulling your pants down, you gotta, lean on something.
Yeah, I may as well have just taken, all of my shorts off.
You should have.
But I was a fat kid. I was lazy. I just took one ankle out, and I was like, I'll just make it work.
That's, not lazy, though. Mine is lazy. I just leaned up on a tree and shit that way, You're like, I'm taking one ankle off, tying it on, you're MacGyvering your fucking shit thing,
Oh.
I don't want shit on my hands or
Yeah.
on my body. So
Nothing.
it's like, let's just make it easy.
Well, that concludes our fucking camping tip segment.
It's great. Well,
Yeah.
Good
if you've
advice.
never shit in
Lean
the
on
woods
trees.
before, lean on a
Now
tree.
you know. It applies to men and women. And next up,
Everyone's got an asshole.
we have.
They sure do.
Can you imagine being born without an asshole?
Where does it all go?
It has happened. They do
Philosophy
emergency surgeries for that because there's no umbilical cord.
You know all the weird shit, Owsencio.
I do. Yeah,
Which is why
Like, I've seen it.
Yeah.
we're gonna go to our new producer. By the way, we got
Yeah.
like a sound producer for the foreseeable future.
Brown bad.
This is Owsencio, but right now he is our guest, and he is going to come to us with his scary story. And regardless of whether or not it's about shit, Dacoda will find a way to bring it to shit.
Oh, I'll bring it back.
Oh, it's about trying to take a shit.
There
we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I like how he said you were the sound guy for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
As in, like, you're
Oh, he's not
replaceable.
thin
I
ice.
Yeah, you're replaceable, dude. Make sure
I
the
am.
story's good. A lot better than
Well,
mine.
Mexicans are a dime a dozen. They're jumping over the border every day. I got too many vowels in my name to stay employed the whole
The
time.
foreseeable future is a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's true. You
And-
can foresee a lot.
And that's just this dimension.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my god.
if
This is going to be a good story, guys.
if Raven Simone taught us anything,
What did she teach us?
she taught us that we can change the future. Or actually, we can change the future.
Well, that whole thing was.
You can't avoid Cosby's touch.
I'm just,
Jesus Christ, she was on Bill Cosby.
I just want to say that I'm not going to say it, but now I have to. Just that the fucking That's So Raven whole thing, every one of her visions was a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It was. She tried to prevent it, but it ended up happening.
But only because she tried to prevent it.
Because she tried to prevent it.
But if she hadn't had the vision in the first place, none of it would have happened.
But
That's the show. It's a TV show.
that's a lie.
That's
man.
just true.
That's a lie.
That's so Raven.
Fun fact, I once signed up.
So Raven.
Fun fact, for those who don't know, I once signed up for Kill Tony and got pulled under the name Fat So Raven.
Wow.
Yeah. Didn't do well. Owsencio.
Anyway,
Oh, so I was going camping with my family, so immediately it was going to start off as an awful trip. Nothing like spending a long weekend with your family at Lake Skinner. So we thought we were going to look at dirt and water for a whole weekend. First day there, I wound up breaking my clavicle. I wound up watching the soccer game because my brother-in-law and sister have a motorhome, which wound up almost breaking down on the way up there. They had some issues. So the first thing I do is watch the game with my brother-in-law. They lose the first game, my favorite team, because that's essentially their standard. It's disappointment. It's like watching the Chargers. I picked the fucking Chargers of soccer in England.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
what's their team?
The Gunners, Arsenal. It's
The Gunners, Arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So they basically always they sell off their best players to another team. So it's the start of the season. It's the first game, and you can already tell it's going to be another year of heartache.
Yeah, they're
So-
like the Oakland A's.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. They
Yep.
just their star players get to a certain point, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna cash them in for prospects.
Yep. And then
Thanks
they're going to
for
win
stopping
titles
by.
somewhere else.
Yes.
So they lose, and I figured, I'm going to take a comfortable shit. At least my day starting off bad. The one thing I could do is to take a shit in comfort. So I figured I'm gonna pedal all the way to the furthest restrooms because let's be honest, no one makes that trek. They're going to be cleaner. So I take my nephew's bike, which he's a little fucking kid. He was probably like 7 or 8, so he has a decent sized BMX bikes, and I'm not that big.
Yeah,
Well,
you're fun size.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Travel size is life I prefer. I was like, Coach will always feel like first class. Fuck you guys.
If you were in Ocean's 11, you would have been the person that we put in the back. You know?
acrobat, I'm the acrobat.
Yeah, you fold up very nicely.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will rescue those kids in Taiwan or Philippines, where the fuck they were.
If you were in Ocean's 11, it'd be called Ocean's 10 and a half.
I would say 3/4, as long as it's not 3/8. I remember that law.
3/8. Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ.
Well, I studied history.
Yeah.
I'll tell some morbid shit if you want. But so I wound up going to that restroom, or trying to go to that effort. I wound up getting on his BMX bike, and I relived a little bit of my childhood. And right as I'm hitting that wee moment,
You
I had
looked up and you saw a guy half naked fanning out his shorts.
it was this big guy. He must have been 300 pounds. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Jesus.
Now, I wound up hitting a soft dirt patch. I wound up hitting the ground, shoulder blade first, and head. Wound up snapping my clavicle in 2 places. And from what I remember, I just remember getting up because that was a technique. Whenever I fell as a little kid, someone always yelled, "Get your ass up." So I was like, okay, get up, start just working on momentum. I walk back, and halfway through, I see my nephew. I ask him, how's my shoulder? He just shakes his head. I was like, is anything popping out? And he just sort of nods. So I walk
Your
back.
nephew's a doctor, right?
Oh,
he
he
knows what's going on.
I wish it was better than the service I got later on.
Oh shit! Wow.
So I wound up getting to camp. I asked my siblings, they're like, is anything popping up? They're like, yeah, we need to take you to the hospital. So they drive me to, I'm not going to say the name of the hospital, only because I don't want any backlash. But
basically,
basically,
they treat you shittily.
oh yeah, and my
Okay.
primary,
It's like if it's great service, you're like, this was Eisenhower.
it was. That's
Oh
where,
fuck! Oh shit! Oh god damn it!
that's where I
I'm
had
so
my
sorry.
surgery. That's the best. That was the best.
They were
service I
great.
ever had.
Okay. So JFK.
Oh no, this was this other place. This was out of town.
Oh,
They-
out of town. Okay.
They basically,
Have a hospital review.
I mean, I don't know.
probably, we probably
Go on.
been through some shit.
Eisenhower is really great. I mean, they're really great.
Is that a new segment on the show instead of
Yeah.
instead of food we're reviewing hospitals?
We break our bones and we go into hospitals to see who can repair the fastest. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Nose, Eisenhower, A+.
Eisenhower, well, they have the Betty Ford Clinic. They have all the, yeah. Anyway, please.
So I wound up going to this hospital. They basically gave me a shot for pain, a couple of pills. They dusted me off. They took some x-rays. Didn't even get back to me. They're like, oh, go to your primary on Monday. I go to my primary on Monday, and he's fucking livid. I mentioned the hospital he's at. He's like, I've never seen so much death in my life. He's like, well, death. He says
Death?
death. In a weekend, he says he's never seen more people die in one hospital than ever in his life. And
Christ.
he says, I didn't get into medicine for that reason. He's a real straightforward guy. He yells at people.
Hey,
Yeah, he'll tell you exactly what it
Your
is.
doctor yells at you?
Oh, not me. He's got other people. He yelled at this one diabetic lady. I could hear it through the wall. He's like, water is water. Sprite is not water. It was the same fucking visit, too. Gatorade is not water. You are diabetic. You're gonna die. Water is water.
Is he gay?
Nah.
Okay.
No.
Water is water, okay? Like,
He almost was snapping his finger, and it's only because I've seen his wife at the office, too.
Oh,
She seems like a real bitch, though. I don't think she's put out in the last 10 years.
Jesus
She looks
Christ.
clamped up.
So he's just frustrated coming into work, like, fucking, you're diabetic, bitch. Like,
With everybody. He's like,
Oh,
you have the
Jesus.
flu. Stay home and rest. Why are you here?
Jesus
He's like,
Christ.
your work needs a note. I'll give it to them.
Wow.
But
I like, who's your doctor?
Oh, I'll tell you afterwards.
I really want to go to him.
He-
'cause I
he'll-
like that.
He'll treat the treatment I've had from him has always been like A+. It's just a tolerability of him as a person. He's an asshole, but he's a straightforward
Look,
asshole.
I
my
love
God.
it straightforward because I've been having some issues, and my doctor's like, well, let's try this, let's try.
I fucking
that."
hate those guys.
And I'm just like, look, I feel like I'm diagnosing myself more than you are. Like, I
could
just want
WebMD
someone to be
this.
like, look, you're fucking fine, you're okay, you know. Like, I just need that.
That's
So,
this guy. That's
yeah,
this guy.
I know. I need him.
I remember one time I
I
tried to
want
tell
him,
him,
and I need him.
I think my kidneys are bad. I'm drinking a lot of sleep. He's like, where is it hurt at? He's like, that's not your fucking kidneys. He's like, what else is wrong? He's like, you're sleeping wrong. Fucking it. And end of the fucking
probably am
visit.
sleeping wrong. Yeah, I'm doing a sleep study in a few weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try doing one of those fucking apps, those wristbands, just to monitor my sleep because
Yeah.
I know it's like shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so I wound up going to. I wind up going to my primary.
Yeah.
He takes X-rays of me. But before that same day, as I'm all doped up, I still wind up going to fantasy football and doing a draft that same fucking day. Just
While you're doped up.
Yep.
You gotta have your priorities straight.
yep. I donated $120 to whoever the winner was because that's our
Jesus
bet. It
Christ.
was a big pot, and it's a bunch of older guys, so everyone was into it. And they were treating me like a fucking king.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you came up? They're like, let's see your shoulder. They're like, fuck yeah, giving me high fives, an extra slice of pizza.
With your good arm, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, what happened? Oh, I wound up going to fucking Eisenhower. I remember the anesthesiologist, right before as I was going under, he's like, it feels good, doesn't it? He's like, all right, it's not going to last. I don't remember shit. And
He's like, it feels good. I do this every night.
with several people.
I'm on it right now.
Hush your lips. He's like, I hope my math was right.
You just see him start unzipping his pants, like, as you're going down.
Mama! He's like, no, it's only daddy.
Jesus Christ.
But I wake up, he's like, it feels good, it's not gonna last anymore. He's like, make sure you take these fucking pills.
Jesus Christ.
And I didn't. That was one of the fucking worst pains I've ever had. They wanted
What pills did they give you?
hydrocodone, and they gave me this other shit that was super strong, but they only gave me 4 pills. They're like, yeah, people get addicted to these.
You got any more?
I threw them out. They were the worst fucking pills ever.
What was the deal? Like, was it like hallucinogen or like what
No,
was the deal?
It was like the opiates.
Like your body didn't respond well to it, or
No,
what was the
no.
deal?
It worked as far as pain wise, but it made you feel like shit. After a certain period of time, like when you're fucking coming off, it was like I know my emotions don't feel this way. Why the fuck am I feeling sad at a commercial? This never made me feel fucking like any emotion before. Like it just fuck with
You
that.
see like Peyton Manning in the State Farm commercial. You're like, why am I crying?
You know what? Why did he make it a country song?
I'm a good neighbor.
I'm always there. More than Domino's.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. No, I mean I've definitely felt that way. I cried at Waterboy the other day. Like I'm not on any pills, but like I for whatever reason I watch Waterboy, and when he's in the hospital room with his mom, and everyone's outside, and the girlfriend brings all these people, and they're like, "You can do it," Rob Schneider, fucking like everyone's like pep talking. He's like, I'm gonna, stay with my mom. I'm like, they all love you, man. Like that's what you need. Like they all love you. They all support you, and like, yeah, it affected me.
That's because you wish you had that in your life.
I do, yeah. I have a balcony. If you guys want to plan that sometime.
Yeah, we'll just wait for your mom.
Cyrano
to
de
get sick.
Bergerac.
Wait for my mom to get sick.
And,
All right, I'll start putting arsenic in her water or something.
We'll bring the mics. We'll get it on.
Yeah.
We'll have to GoPro it.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
It has to be wide.
What's wide? What?
Wide aspect ratio.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you calling his mom fat? Is that what okay. Jesus.
No, I've seen her. In fact,
You've seen my mom?
she was at the hood one of these days.
One time.
Yeah, and
You saw her?
well, some guy was hitting on her on stage.
That was me.
Yeah, it was you that mentioned his mom, right? Someone mentioned your mom.
No.
No, it was someone. It was
Your
other
mom's
open
a
micers.
Oh, does your mom still listen?
Yeah.
Lovely woman.
Yeah,
Lovely.
she also she listened to the episode where we specifically said in the description not to listen.
Oh, how'd that go?
She
It's her
called
favorite
me. She called me. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Who are you friends with?
She was like, "Why did she throw up on his dick?" Like she was just so. Yeah.
For the listeners, they're referring to episode
six?
I want to.
Seven?
It was
six. It was six.
It was Izzy and Cody's episode.
Izzy and Cody's
So
episode.
go listen to that one.
It was
flamin' hot lava.
Yeah.
Vomit. I think it's the
It
title.
was disgusting.
Anyway,
That's a good story.
It was the hottest blowjob he's ever had.
so.
That's too easy.
Oh my god.
You told everyone that story.
Owsencio, was there more to what you were saying?
Oh, I never wound up taking that shit. That was the worst part. I never took a shit that day, not until the next afternoon.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, that was the story.
Yeah, that was it. That's
I'm
that
sorry,
was my
we got
problem.
you off topic.
I never had a chance to take the shit.
Wow.
That was the worst part.
You never got a chance to finish the story either because of me, but I mean, I'm sorry.
No, that just means there's good conversation.
You're
going.
constipated of the mouth.
You can blame his mom. She distracted us, derailed the conversation.
Yeah, she did. Well, does she know I'm 35?
I'm sure she does.
Morocco,
I am.
did you have kind of
I have 2 retirements.
Morocco, do you have
No
a
children.
sort of a short bonus mini story?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh,
I definitely
wow.
have a short bonus mini story. So there was this one time. All right, I got. Let me decide which story. There was the time my sister took pictures of me taking a shit and sent them to everybody, and there was also this time.
Wait, what? It's like,
Yeah, there was this time that my sister. This is why I lock bathroom doors forever.
You didn't.
before?
Yeah, I mean, I was like 7 when this happened. No, I had to have been 9. I was 9.
The boys gotta learn.
And my little sister, she came into the bathroom with her cell phone, and she took pictures of me taking a shit, and she sent them to all of her friends and like everybody else in the school. And she had a number too. But that's not the story I want to tell.
Well, you just told it. Let me tell you something
Been
right
told.
now. If you had killed yourself, your sister'd be in jail.
She'd be in jail. No,
That happened, Reed. I don't know if you. Well, fuck it. Go on.
that can be your embarrassing news story at the end.
No, it's very sad.
It's very sad.
Although, the kid wasn't taking a shit exactly. Moving on.
Is it moving? Anyways, So there was this one time so when I was in junior high, I used to masturbate to pictures of like girls in my school. So I would like go to like on
Wait, like on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So
Yes,
I would
I
go.
know.
I would go to Facebook and like MySpace, and I would look at their profile pictures, and I would masturbate to these pictures.
Wait, would you look at the like summer break?
Oh, of course,
Like
the bikinis.
like they're
Yeah.
like you could like put your photos in an album. And they'd label them like summer 2015. And
Without a
that's where
doubt.
all the bikini pictures were.
Yeah,
no,
all the good pictures.
I get you.
So I would go to these.
I'm a little too old for this. I don't relate. Go on.
So I went to all of their profile pictures, and I would save them into this folder, hidden.
Oh
on,
my. Okay, that's when it got creepy. I
That's
was
like,
like,
yeah.
Well, because I was like, I want to see.
Label what?
I want to look at this girl. I want to look at this girl. And they're on different pages, and I can't open like different windows. So I saved them onto a file, right? Oh no! And I was like, all right, I'm gonna save them onto this file. I'm a creepy guy. I'll let you guys know that from the get-go.
Every girl listening to this is like, I know about 5 different guys that have like jerked off to me because of this. You know,
Yeah,
like they know.
Without a doubt.
See that
I may have
picture.
took it to an extreme, but I had this folder with all like the hot girls in my school, all the girls I wanted to bang, and
Jesus. Did you bang any of them?
no, I was
Oh,
300.
no? Okay.
I was 320 pounds. I was
fantasy.
unattractive.
More, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but
They
but,
know who
but
you
it-
are now.
Yeah.
Oh, they still know who I am now, and they definitely do not talk to me.
They know
Have
who
you
you
seen
are
your hair?
now because
Yeah.
you like killed
Just-
5 people.
Just wait till the end of the story.
hey, if you're a hot girl who went to high school with Michael, write in and send us your yearbook photo.
Jesus Christ.
Can you wear the same bikini?
But essentially, so what I had, it was this folder on my computer, and when I plugged in my iPod to my computer, it automatically downloaded all these photos,
Oh shit.
and which was okay because
Were
now I
you
can
in the Apple
masturbate on
store?
the go. You know,
Like, you know when you're in the Apple Store or Verizon and they're like, oh, we're gonna just download everything that's on your old thing to your new thing, and it starts downloading and it shows every picture. You're like, oh fuck, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely wasn't like that because this was
Yeah.
my iPod. This
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like I was in like junior high. But I sold this iPod to somebody at my school, and I didn't
Oh,
know that
shit.
like these pictures were on there.
oh no.
And so, like, moral of the story is, I sold this guy the iPod, and he saw that all these pictures of these popular girls in my school were on it,
Your spank bank.
and he was like, "Oh shit!" So he told everybody. He was like, "Oh, like Michael has. He just sold me this iPod. Like he has pictures of all of you guys on his iPod.
Yeah.
You know what he's doing."
So the pussy just was raining on you after this. one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the Sahara.
If it was fucking dry before because of my like obeseness and like my inability to speak to people,
Yeah.
it was ever more drier after that.
Wow.
It was miserable.
Jesus Christ.
Girls would look at me and they would laugh and they were like, "Oh, like there's that guy that masturbates to our pictures, but can't talk to us."
They'd just flash you, be like, he's the guy that masturbates.
These
That's
look familiar.
the one guy.
The one guy, because everyone in your school probably had the same idea.
Without
they just
a doubt.
didn't.
Yep.
They didn't get
have
caught.
No, they didn't like save files.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah,
that's where it takes it to the next.
You know,
level.
I thought I was efficient. You know, I was like, I like to get off, and I like to get off fast because people might come home. You know, as a young kid, so I was like, if I just save all these
Wow,
photos,
you
into
just
this
had a bunch of
file-
child porn on.
Did
your
you have
phone.
dial-up?
Well, the thing is that none of the pictures were probably quote pornographic. They were
No,
just,
I
scantily.
took them from their own profiles.
No, it's not pornographic. But the funny thing is, like when I was, under 18, it's like you're attracted to people that are your age, right?
Yep.
Like Owsencio, you like people that are like 35, right?
Yeah, I want an adult to talk to.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone wooing. If
Yeah.
if they still woo, get the fuck out
Like
of my.
when you say woo, it's like in a comedy crowd. It's like who's having a good time, and if the girl goes, woo,
No, I mean they're
Like
they're
that?
just going out in general. Like we're having drinks. Wow! It's like,
oh, okay.
who the fuck is cheering? The game is on. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
We already have our drinks.
Yeah,
Y-
no,
there is the woo has passed. This
No,
is
we
not a
can't.
woo event.
Okay, so you don't like any women
Which is the majority of it.
Yeah, it's a majority. But what? God damn it! Where was I going? with this?
You were about to say how when you were a kid you would type in 13-year-old pornography.
So it's like before I was 18. It's like when you look up like young porn or like young girl or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like you're 16 years old. You're attracted to 16-year-old women. So it's like when you look up like young porn, it's like 35-year-old young, girl gets cream pied, It's like, like I'm not into that because she's not 16, like, so it's a weird. Am I alone?
No, you were lucky.
That's why I had the file.
Yeah, that's why you had the file. But yeah.
I thought you were getting a Frankenstein of like, I'm gonna take the legs of this broad and the tits of this one and the arms of this one because I like her wrist. I was like, what the fuck do you like her wrist? That's a little too weird.
We have gone off the rails. Before things get more crazy, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next segment. Whining and Dining, as you all probably know, is when we try new trends in fast food. However, apparently, Dacoda has been receiving a lot of complaints in person about this segment. And so I told him he had arranged to try something different. We still are going to be eating food, but I want to just mention a quick little thing that whoever you are, your grievances don't count because you didn't send them via email. If you want to shit talk this show, you do it to our face, not Dakota's face, our face, and you write us an email at NMPM. Shit, I fucked it up. NMPM podcast at gmail.com. Once again, that is NMPM podcast at gmail.com. Michael.
What's up?
You said you've listened to every fucking episode.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten an email from you either, buddy.
Yeah, because I talked to you in person.
He'd like them.
Are you the guy that complains to Dakota?
No, I was not.
You like the whining? What do you, as a fan of the show, what do you think of the Whining and Dining segment?
I hate hearing you guys eat. If you didn't hear my bit earlier today at the Hood, I don't like hearing people smack their food. And so now with this new audio equipment, hopefully that doesn't transpire. But I really enjoy listening to you guys. Like I legitimately, I've never gone to Arby's before. You guys did the segment with the sliders. I went to my local Arby's. I got the sliders, and they were okay.
Isn't that what we said about him, though?
Yeah, it's exactly what you said about him. So I wanted to.
Well, get on mine. Yeah, like I said, we're experimenting today. Don't expect this to last.
We're changing the segment up, and I feel like it's a better segment than Whining and Dining. Well, the whole thing was when we had Izzy and Cody on, we had a great Whining and Dining experience. Like we had the Taco Bell chalupa thing, and it was so good that we were just like, fuck, this is great. And we didn't have anything negative to say about it. So what we're going to do now is you guys are going to close your eyes, and I'm going to feed you guys with a fork. It's
not your fingers?
Not my fingers.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, no, because...
Don't ask for a cheek.
Well, the reason why we're not doing that is because I don't have control over it every week. And...
You can.
I can, but I don't want to spend, $20 every week, on this...
So what I just heard is Dakota's not dedicated to the podcast.
I'm dedicated. I don't want Matthew's fingers feeding me. That's what I'm saying. So I'm a germaphobe. That's why. I mean, so I have.
I've never heard a lady complain about my fingers.
I don't know. Matthew's pretty nasty.
What the fuck?
Oh shit!
I'm sorry.
Oh
I can't
no! Oh no!
Hold on. Pausing the podcast. What's that based on?
Yeah.
I just want to know.
It's based on you not washing your hands ever.
Literally nothing. I just wanted to see your expression change.
That's what I want to. Yeah. So that again, that was based off nothing for the
I
record.
know, he's also a large
So
guy.
anyway,
so I got my eyes closed. I got my mouth
So
open.
you guys have to close
Just
your...
like jail.
I warmed this up in the microwave. You guys have to close your eyes. I'm gonna... You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
This is beautiful. So close your eyes, and I'm going to go around to you, and I'm going to give you something on a fork, and you're going to eat it, and you're going to guess which fast food chain this is from.
This sounds like your guys' Oreo.
Yeah, we did this once. With
It
the
is,
Oreos.
but Matthew just, he knew if we saw the Oreo, he knew that we were going to know what it was.
Yeah. So
It was a lazy, it was a lazy thing.
Okay, so this is stolen from that concept, but for a better reason.
sure.
Well, because we usually do fast food
Oh my God.
things.
Do we have to rip it on this? Go ahead, serve it. Go.
Anyway,
go.
all right.
It's like
close
the
your
Magna
eyes.
Carta in the
Everyone,
Constitution.
close your eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, do you hand it to me, or are you gonna put it in my mouth?
I expect it to be served right into my mouth.
Yeah.
can serve it to your mouth.
I mean, my eyes are closed.
That's what we're doing. Okay, so he's feeding. I guess I'm getting fed last. I got my eyes closed, so but I'm just talking into the mic so that there's not dead air. I might edit this out. I might not. Michael,
Yo.
what, you haven't gotten your food yet?
No, sir, my mouth is empty.
Well, let me ask you
Oh.
this.
The fork is in there.
Jesus, you know what? We might just have to cut too.
So that's the first. There's 3 rounds of this, by the way. So you guys can all take your guess on which fast food chain it is.
Okay.
Jack in the Box.
Burger King.
Wait, hold on.
You guys all get a guess,
Okay, there's a little bit of
and they're all different flavors, by the way.
that we all just ate.
No. You guys all had the same flavor, but the next one I do is going to be a different flavor from this.
Okay, well,
But it's from the same fast food restaurant.
so boys, I think we can all agree that what we just ate was chicken.
Yep.
But there was some bread in there.
Well, the bun, yeah.
Yeah.
It might be-
Okay. Well, hey, spoilers. We didn't know there was bun.
Okay,
might-
it's a sandwich. You know it's a sandwich.
I don't know anything.
It might be a...
I'm gonna go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's your podcast.
Well,
You can open your eyes.
you guys all guessed. Your restaurants, but I'm thinking it might be KFC because I'm specifically thinking of the Chicken Littles. Maybe he cut it up. Yeah. This isn't gonna work.
What are those though?
Oh, Chicken Littles are their their little. They're kind of like their bite-sized sandwich. Or you'd essentially call it a slider of sorts.
Okay.
Okay.
Comes with a pickle, like mayonnaise. I wonder if that was, but it didn't taste. That tasted like buffalo, right?
Yes.
Buffalo chicken.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know that KFC added a buffalo chicken little, but that's what it kind of seemed like to me, just because there was bread there. But I'll see again.
See,
Okay.
I said Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as it went into my mouth, I was like, this tastes like a Jack in the Box chicken.
Okay.
I don't go to fast food a lot.
You know what? Go on. You go.
And I was like, this might be it. And now I'm jumping between McDonald's and Jack in the Box. But I think McDonald's took away all of their spicy chickens. So
No, because I love a McChicken, and they used to have a,
I heard that on
spicy
your
McChicken.
You like it with cheese, right?
Oh, McChicken with cheese. Like, I don't eat fast food regularly. Like, if I do, it's like In-N-Out, like just a fucking regular like cheeseburger.
The good fast food.
But if I do fast food, it's McDonald's McChicken with cheese. Like, because I did a quarter pounder with cheese, I got food poisoning like in middle school. So anyway, I don't do that. Anyway, are you guys ready for round 2?
Round 2.
Oh, yeah.
Round 2.
Yeah,
All right,
so
close your
eyes are
eyes.
closed.
I'm gonna use your
Are you
same
gonna take my
forks. Yeah,
fork?
I'll use your same forks.
Yeah, I'll just close my eyes and have my fork out until.
My eyes are closed, my fork is out, and my mouth is open.
But we got to generate content because this takes longer than I want it to to serve us all.
Please talk.
So what's on your mind, Matthew?
What's on my mind? I'm trying to figure out the sandwich thing. I'm also thinking about how where I get that people don't want us to just talk about food. Like this is the taking. I don't know. Like it's not much better.
Also, like I'm having 3 different like things here,
Yeah.
and so it's a lot different than just one thing. Like,
Yeah.
This is a whole.
So here's why I don't think this works as content is because the listener can't play along. They cannot taste along with us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck him. Fuck him. It tastes good to me. It reminds me of, I saw this restaurant where all these assholes overpaid for dinner, and they did it in the dark. This is just better.
Okay, my eyes are open. Guys, I'm going to double down on the KFC Chicken Little theory.
You're gonna double.
Yeah, because that barbecue,
It's very distinct, isn't it?
I think that's what we're doing. I could be dead wrong. I could be a fucking fast food savant, which I wouldn't be proud of. But what do you got?
I ate it too,
So-
by the way. Like I know what it is, but
Right now, it's
good.
reminding me of
Delicious.
McDonald's, but I know they don't have this much variety with their chicken.
Yeah.
I guess I say I know that, but I really don't. The only thing I get from
There's a
McDonald's is the
third round?
McGangbang.
what? Yeah, we have another round.
If the third round is either Nashville Hot or like Georgia Gold, I'll be completely.
Georgia Gold. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
That's a flavor?
That's a flavor.
That's
at
a flavor.
KFC.
So he's
Georgia
definitely a
Gold.
fast food savant.
You didn't see
'cause
the
none of us
commercial?
know that.
You didn't see the commercial where Colonel Sanders came out covered in like he was like. a
I've never
painted
seen
gold?
him come.
No.
Oh, good one.
You've never seen
just for
Reba.
you.
You've never seen Reba McEntire come.
Right. Well,
They've had so many different kernels.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but they've never had a kernel of truth. All right.
I thought you said a military colonel.
anyway.
Well, did you know? Well, just fun fact about Colonel Sanders. Do you know he's not a military colonel?
No, he's a racist.
He's
I listened to the Dollop. The Dollop. It's a podcast. They
Yeah.
they did a whole thing on Colonel Sanders.
Was he racist?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Was he
No,
like
for-
Nathan Bedford Forrest?
He was. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
who
Papa
that
John's talked about how racist he was, and then got fired for that
is. For being racist.
for shit talking Colonel Sanders.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway.
let's get round 3 over
All right.
with. 'cause
Round 3. Close your eyes. Let's do it.
If I'm gonna guess anything from these plastic forks,
Yeah.
if they came from the fast food
Those
spot,
are my plastic forks
Oh,
from
okay.
my house.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to
These
say because
should-
like these are too high of quality from the
I
from a
like-
fast food spot.
I like that you consider that. I wasn't even thinking about that. But I do happen to know that these are Chipotle forks. Am I right about that, Dacoda?
Your fork is not a Chipotle fork.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I
This
swear
is-
to God, it's not a Chipotle fork.
no, I'm sure it is, but
Owsencio has a Chipotle fork. The forks that I have for you guys are not Chipotle forks.
see, okay, I don't know who you were that.
I only grabbed 3 Chipotle forks.
It's
I
okay.
didn't grab like
It's
10.
fine. What's not fine is this being our content. Alright. Okay.
God, I almost fell. Oh shit.
Okay. I got a pickle with this one. Yeah.
Thank you. This was feeling like dinner.
Everything in my what do you, please you two conversate.
Definitely KFC.
Yeah.
Definitely KFC. There's not much that anywhere near that variety. Jack in the Box just has spicy.
So I finally got a pickle with mine, which definitely goes along with the Chicken Little theory. And that tastes. I could actually name the flavors now. I think I didn't know that they had a buffalo, which I think
They do have a buffalo.
Am I right? Is it the,
So that's KFC. He just solidified that by saying they do have a buffalo.
yeah?
I will say that. But
Why don't you get the famous mac and cheese molds? Go on.
no, because okay.
That would have given it away.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
They're
you guys
famous.
caught on. It is KFC.
What
It's the
do you
Chicken
mean
Little.
you guys got on? I caught on.
Well, yeah, Matthew did. He on
I
the
cracked-
first one. On the first one, he
the
said
fast food savant.
he said the Chicken Littles. So it is the Chicken Littles. They have a buffalo, a Nashville hot, and there was like a honey something.
That's
that
the
I had.
Georgia Gold.
It might be the Georgia Gold. I ordered it, but I don't even fucking know. But
Nashville Hot's my favorite.
yeah, so there were some good ones, really good flavors. But I wanted to get the KFC donut chicken.
Oh,
they
yeah.
had a
Donut.
they had a they had a fried chicken donut sandwich.
It sounds amazing.
What?
So why didn't you get that?
They don't have it.
Is
at
it
this
already
one.
gone?
No,
Oh.
no. It's not already gone. They only have it at participating locations in like Los Angeles, New York, stuff like that. So they didn't have it here. But there's a new item that they also have that I brought as well as a bonus content.
Okay.
Yeah. So I brought another thing for you guys.
Oh, so 4. Okay, so pass your forks forward.
Yeah. So you don't have to close your eyes. You guys can talk.
Do we also have to guess where this is from, or are you just gonna?
No, it's KFC.
Okay.
You guys have KFC.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. So
write in if that was more fun than the traditional. What do you guys think?
Well, the food was good.
I mean, I don't eat a lot of fast food.
Yeah, but
I don't want to sound like Dakota.
Our listeners don't get to.
But I mean, I enjoyed the mystery. I enjoyed guessing what it was.
All right. No, we'll see. Right, like I said, write in. Let us know what you think. But write in. Don't just fucking tell Dakota, because okay. Hold on. I didn't. I closing my eyes. I don't know what I'm feeling.
no, close your eyes. I told you not to close
Oh,
your eyes.
well, I did. Well, you have bones. Oh my god.
Open your eyes because they're wings. So KFC has wings now, and I just wanted to know how you guys thought because they're
First
new.
bite reminds me of Doritos. Like, this is like a nacho cheese Dorito, like chicken McNugget.
All right. Well, they're breaded, or like a KFC thing would be.
Yep.
It doesn't really work with
No, it doesn't.
like if we're talking about hot wings.
Put your bones on that.
This is really small. Like this is the smallest wing I've had in my fucking life. I
It
don't.
comes with 6, and they're $5. Yeah.
Whoa, that's like. I mean, that's obviously less than $1 a wing, but. I mean,
Are they worth it? Would you go out of your way to buy it?
six of these wings for $5?
Yeah.
No,
No.
because these are bad. These are
Yeah.
bad wings.
They're actually not good. I thought maybe decent.
You legit call them wings? Mine was a nugget. I had no bone. I legit I put the
There's no
whole.
bone?
I had no bone. I ate the entire thing. There's nothing left in my fingers. There was no bone in mine. You put a plate in front of me. I can put nothing but my fork from the last 3 items.
Positives? Can I give a positive? I like the level of heat because it's not like spicy,
Yeah.
but there's something there.
It's flavorful.
It's enough to like feel it on your tongue, but not enough to make you sweat.
Yeah.
You're not gonna feel it the next morning. Shooting
I've been
that.
sweating since yesterday.
So-
So see the Chipotle fork right there? Mm-hmm. See how it's different?
No, I don't think your viewers can.
Well, you guys can. Look, there's 4 of you guys here. That's more than our first few episodes. Anyway, yeah. So, what did you guys think of this? The first few were okay, right?
Yeah.
The
The first and third were my favorite.
Well, I've enjoyed the chicken littles in the past. I get them. They're just a little pricey for the it's just because it's such a small sandwich, and they like when they do combos they do like 2 for 1, but like when I'm like treating myself at KFC and I don't typically choose KFC, I'll get a meal and then I'll throw like a bonus little chicken little to go along with it because they're good because mayonnaise and a pickle and a saucy chicken. How could you beat it? We're gonna have to talk about some news segments. Dacoda is absent for a bit. He's off in the other room getting a blowjob.
Fucking hot.
Um,
I'll be back. Yeah.
so Dakota's mom,
It's hot.
she has a name, and I'm ashamed I don't know it.
It's Michelle.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Michelle.
Dude, I fucking love that you know that. That's so
I
sweet.
stayed at her house, and she is an amazing host.
Yeah.
And if it's not Michelle,
I wasn't kidding.
I'm gonna
about-
feel so bad because she's an amazing
It's
host.
Megan.
And I beat her ass in bocce ball, but I also think she threw the game.
Micheal Morocco. And I wasn't lying before when I said you were a lovely woman. I wasn't. She's
No, I just now that you say it, I feel like I got her name wrong, and I feel so bad.
We're locked in.
We're locked in.
Because I don't have a guess.
Hey, Michelle, it's Michael.
When you, because he's not here to hear this, please do me a favor and message him. So how was the blowjob during the podcast?
Was it worth abandoning?
I don't know what kind of relationship you have with your son, but from what I've the bits and pieces I've heard you gather, you guys have like you joke around a lot. You guys mess with each other a bit. All right, but we're not going to wait any longer. We are going to get into some news stories, which Dacoda has some, but Michael, you actually brought a news story with you. Guests don't typically do that, but something kind of crazy happened in your neck of the woods. Why don't you tell us about it?
I'm a connoisseur of the podcast. I've listened to every episode. Now I'm on an episode.
Not impressive. We have 110.
Yeah, it's not impressive at all. I'm an unimpressive guy. But my story should hopefully wow you guys. I live up in 29 Palms, the high desert. And recently, the Stater brothers in 29 Palms had an attempted mass shooting. A man walked in and he said, "Hey, I'm going to shoot and kill everybody here if you don't give me all of the money in the register." So naturally, the woman gave him all the money in the register. She hit the emergency alarm switch that all clerks have.
This was at a bank?
This was at a supermarket. This is at a Stater Brothers.
Sorry, I didn't know that supermarkets had the switch.
I didn't know that either until I read the Z1077 report. And apparently, a man named Bruce Drake, of the age of 68, made this threat. The woman gave him the money in the register. She hit the silent alarm switch, and he took the money. He went across the street, and he sat and waited at the bus stop for the bus. Deputies soon arrived on the scene after receiving the report, and they saw and recognized the man, being from Landers, California, and arrested him on the site for, robbing this Stater Brothers. And I thought it was super funny that he went to the Stater Brothers, threatened to kill everybody, got away with the robbery, and then sat at the bus stop literally 20 feet, 30 feet away from the Stater Brothers and waited for the bus, and the police showed up before the bus driver did. And now he's in jail.
I feel like anyone from Landers, California deserves to be arrested.
That's a pretty accurate statement.
Fuck you to that city. The people anyway.
Landers? Where's Landers? Like, where the fuck is Landers, California?
It's like desert cities. There's just a whole bunch
is
of
it really? Like, is it a desert city?
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes away from where I live, which is like an hour and a half away from this location.
Yeah, which is an hour and a half away from where anyone cares.
Yeah.
No one knows where any of these places are.
No, most definitely. And if you're listening and you do know, what's up? How's it going?
No, I mean, hey, look, we'll give you a card to give to every single person that you deliver to, and hopefully they'll listen.
Hopefully, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, because they're kind of detached from civilization. Yeah.
So Dacoda, I understand you have a couple of stories from the embarrassing news in the world. I want to mention one thing real quick. If you listeners are picking up a lot of wind, I want to make
fucking windy.
I want to make it clear that we're out in the middle of the desert recording this by campfire.
We're in my house, which is by the highway, which is also where all the wind is. I don't know. Like, it's so fucking windy here.
It all funnels to this area.
Second thing, Dakota, what's your mom's first name again?
Michelle.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And
you know that?
Yeah, you know that.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey,
lovely woman.
Yeah.
Very lovely. Sucks that bocce ball.
Wow. No. Okay, Michael.
I know she threw the game. She threw the
Michael,
game.
oh my God! Did I tell you that?
No, but I know she threw the game. She owns a bocce ball court, and she sucked at the game. I know she threw it.
Look, Michael.
Well,
I didn't want to tell you this.
Throwing
she was
the
like, I could not let Michael give me $100 for this game.
You bet $100.
I tried to bet $100, and then she told me that I was too poor for $100.
Yeah.
So the wager went down to $20.
Yeah.
And what really pissed me off is that I had $100 in my wallet, and it's like, who you gonna? Is he
wanted
calling
the bet?
Michelle? Call Michelle.
Don't call your mom on the pod. Wait. Oh my god.
Hello?
Hey, are you awake?
No, but I am now.
Hey, we got Micheal Morocco on the podcast. Do you want to say hi, Michael?
Well, first of all, you're on the podcast.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Micheal Morocco.
I'm sorry we woke you up.
No, your shit son Dacoda woke you up.
I
no
woke
one.
you up, but we want to talk about this bocce ball game.
Oh my god, you're kidding. This is why you woke me up?
Like, no, please hang up on her. Let the. She's a lovely woman and a good mother. You let her rest now.
It is Wednesday.
Do you want to talk about it, or do you want to go to bed?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I actually do have to work tomorrow.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, we'll talk about it on
Speaking
another
of
one.
working, you want to talk about that?
We all know I need a job.
Okay. On that note, nighty night.
Bye, Michelle. Sorry,
Good
Dakota
night,
woke you up.
guys.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Love you.
Love you.
You.
All right, Michael, you
I
need a
was
job.
I'll pay your mom $100 right now.
No, but
But who wanted to bet $100? Was it you or her?
it was her.
Her.
It was
she,
my mom.
it was
Yeah.
her. She wanted to help me out. She's a lovely woman. She was like, "I'll give him
Yeah.
$100 and I'll throw the game."
Yeah. She didn't say I'll throw the game.
No, she didn't. Of course not. 'Cause then I wouldn't have taken
She
the
wouldn't
bet.
let you lose. Is what.
Yeah, that's what throwing the game means.
No, I know, but she didn't tell him that. She wasn't like, "Hey, Michael, let's bet $100.
Okay.
I'll throw the game." Like that's so stupid.
Oh yeah.
She
okay.
might as well have just said like, "Hey, Michael, here's $100. You're a cool
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Thanks for driving with
You could,
Dakota up
but
here."
you could have won $100.
I could have.
Dude, I'd like to play some games with your mom.
No,
need
I
some
will
money.
never let you play a game with
Just
me.
don't say it like that.
I made sure not to
Specify
win
the games.
$100.
Especially
Monopoly.
if you bet wings on. I'll never let you play it.
Your son has bought me so many wings over so many wagers.
I know. She's like, "Why am I sending you money?" I'm like, "Because I owe fucking Matthew Billingsley wings."
It was a good bet.
I like
I
how
tell
when you
you, I-
called her.
I beat him every time at pool until we bet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's weird.
You like how I called her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like how you called her and like obviously she was sleeping.
I like
You were
how-
No, she was sleeping.
And you're like, "Do you want to talk about it?" And she was like,
No.
It's a,
"No."
You called her at 11:10.
No. She goes to bed really early, but she does.
No, I'm saying no. That's not a time to call people.
No, it's
I'm
not.
just-
Not at all.
Right.
Who else should I call?
Let's tell a news story and get the fuck out of here.
All right. So my news story, going off the cuff, was this woman who was a stepmom. Okay, so don't get a bone.
Emphasis
yet.
on the word
It
was.
sounds sexy right off the bat.
Was so anyway. This woman and her husband were painting in their garage. Apparently, got really hot, and they had paint all over themselves. And so the mom took her clothes off in front of her stepchildren. The boy was 10, and there was another boy that was 13 years old, and there was a girl that was like 8 years old. Not her kids; it was his stepchildren. And so she tried to make it as a teaching moment, like, "Hey, look, bodies are, our bodies are free; they're natural. These are my tits. Like accept them for what they are." But she got told on because when the boys and all the kids went to their mom, their biological mom, they told her that, she was naked in front of us. She tried to, illicit sexual activities with the husband, the dad, in front of them.
Wait,
And
was
so,
that? I don't remember that.
no, that was in the story, yeah. Because that's,
'cause
that's
that
what the
is-
story was about. That's
that
why
is
they wanted to
gross.
arrest the stepmom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but the stepmom, she insisted that she was like, no, I got naked in front of my stepchildren because there was paint on us. It was hot, blah, 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 natural body, stuff like that. So,
I mean,
anyway.
So
Did they show a picture? That's Am I the only one that thinks that? Well, okay, but what does she look like? Like
Oh
the
my
Casey
gosh.
Anthony thing.
So-
yeah, she's crazy.
The
but-
truth is, when you have young children,
Casey Anthony.
it's okay to be naked in front of your children because you bathe your kids. You could there's a lot of like it's just not inappropriate to be naked around your kids. But I guess like what's being called into question is the fact that she's a stepmom.
Yeah.
And so they're not. But she was arrested. She went to jail.
It was in the process.
Okay, so there was like a domestic dispute.
Yeah,
Okay.
the kids went to their biological mom and were like, "Hey, this fucking bitch is naked." You know, like they were just like, "This lady
tits out.
is trying to suck our dad's dick in front of us." You know?
But was that part of it?
No, it wasn't that extreme, but it was like, you know, she got naked and apparently she was drunk at the time. Like she was drinking, and so that was a big problem with it.
All the flags go up at that point.
Oh no, yeah, she was.
What do you boys think? What do you think about?
I mean, have you guys ever had a hot stepmom?
No. In fact, I would try to hide it from my stepson. I've seen the movies that they're trying to make nowadays.
You have a kid?
No,
You have a kid or
no,
something?
fuck no. I've avoided it like the plague.
Do you want a kid?
No.
Would you like to adopt Micheal Morocco?
No, he's a little older now.
Would you like my firstborn? No, I would not trust you with that. I'm scared that you hesitated.
I was gonna say I actually took care of like my nephew for a while. That's the other
Yeah.
thing that sort of burned me out. Like I don't want to be around kids. I already took care of them for too long.
No, it's
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how when, you know, especially people that aren't married to the person or don't expect to be with that person for a long time, that, you know, they'll get someone pregnant and just kind of, you're in an 18-year deal, you know,
Plus.
like you're 18-year plus, you know, like you're taking care of this person for a while, and it's kind of crazy they commit to that sort of thing.
I was ready to be a stepdad. Years ago, I was in a relationship with someone who had like a kid was like 5 years gone and carrying her, and he was about to go on the first kid. I was like, oh shit, this is part you're gonna be it. Oh no, luckily she left me before I had to.
Luckily, indeed.
Luckily, I was crazy enough for her to leave me.
She saw the red flags.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, hey, I want to thank both of our guests, Micheal and Owsencio, for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening. Dacoda, can you remind everybody real quick of what our socials are?
Let me just remind you. You could follow us on Instagram at NMPM Podcast. You can also email us at nmpmpodcast@gmail.com. Also, you can text me at 831-801-8205.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
real.
just
That's
give
a
me
burner
text.
phone now.
And text me all your
Complaints.
all your troubles, and you know, if you want to just come over.
Step on pictures.
That's the show. Take it away, Shame Wizard.
Shame, making life just a little bit lame. A healthy dose of sweet self-love.